This is a good one. I haven't heard this video. I haven't heard people talk about this. Not directly, which is like, okay, I found non-duality now. I'm awakening, or some will probably say I'm awake. Where'd all my friends go? I don't have any more friends. Why did that happen? There's two reasons. Let's look at them both. So one reason, and I've done this. I used to do this. I did this with spirituality, and I did this when I was like a dogmatic raw foodist, fruitarian, and all that. I start trying to project that onto the people I'm around me. I'm like, you got to do this, man. Like, this is where it's at. Why are you so stupid? Even if you don't say why you're so stupid, you're somehow insinuating it with your energy and the way you talk to them. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, why do you eat that? Like, you're eating dead animals. You need to eat fruits. Or if somebody's telling you about your problems, let's keep it non-dual. It's not a diet channel. I'm glad too. There's way too much opinions in that. And this, but whatever. Like, somebody comes to you with an issue, like, oh, they're talking about some woes or something that happened in their life, and then you just start telling them, yeah, but it doesn't exist. Like, come on. Like, I realized I was watching this YouTuber, and he, of course, you probably won't say that. They don't say that. They act like they realize. God just showed them nothing exists. A lot of people don't give credit to the people that they've actually learned something from, because they lack humility. So then you'll tell the person, they're confiding in you because they think that they're your friend. Now, it's different if they're just vampires energetically, and they want to just dump garbage on you all the time and don't want to accept any change. That's different. But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a genuine person who maybe they're just sharing about something that happened that's a little rough, and they want to share that because there's a therapeutic thing in sharing. And then you tell them something like, come on, like, look, let me tell you how it is. Your boyfriend leaving you, he doesn't exist, okay? You, the one that's perceiving like he left you and that hurts, that don't exist either. There you go. Why don't you get it? Like what's wrong with these stupid people? Like, can't you see, like, nothing exists? Yeah, if you're doing that or emanating that level of energy a little bit, yeah, people are gonna leave you. And then the ego will be like, well, I guess there's just nobody here that can handle the truth, Oh, well. Yeah. And then that's a lesson, though. That's a lesson. Because at first the ego will perceive like that. Then later, you're going to start to feel lonely. And you're not going to be able to switch that off. You're not going to be able to non-dual that away, because that's God prescribing this lesson to you. You can't non-dual God away. And then something's going to start to, you're going to realize these things. And that's an organic realization. You see? That's organic. You're not repeating something. No, you got it from inside. That's the difference. And then you're going to start being more humble. You're going to start treating people where they're at. People complain about their parents. I used to have that bad expectations, but they're my parent. They should be acting like this. You be the parent. If they're not acting like the parent that you want them to be, you be the parent. Parent them. Don't tell them you're parenting them, but parent them. This life's about crushing the ego. It's about humility and giving up our expectations and entitlements and demands that we have as a human being. Okay, so I went over one possible reason you lost all your friends. You're not going to lose them all, but it's the title. Now, another reason, this is more authentic now. You used to be doing, you'd be, your way of being, you would go out, you'd gossip, you'd talk nonsense, maybe you'd go to the bar, you'd go to the club, you'd try to mac the opposite sex, That was fun. Stay up late, maybe get high, drink, whatever. Now something's not doing that anymore. It's like you live that life, you're done now. You're like, okay, cool, thanks God, I'm glad I got to taste that, but like, I don't want to live my whole life like that. I know people I've grown up with, like since they were 14, and now they're like in their 40s, maybe early 50s, but I think more 40s. They're still doing it. They still go to the bar and they still get high and they still fight and drive drunk. And I'm like, how do they still do that? So let's say you don't want to do that anymore. Grace is waking up in you and it wants you to level up. And so now those people that you used to do that stuff with, they're still calling, saying, let's go. And you're just somehow saying, I'm just not feeling like it. Hey, if you want to go out, maybe we can go out to eat or something earlier, because I like to go to bed earlier now. And maybe they say, yeah, okay, let's go out to eat, because they're curious. They're like, what's going on with this person? So then you go out to eat, and you're sitting there, and you just start to, you're not trying to demonstrate what you know. I'm non-dual. You're not doing that. You're just sharing more like, I notice when I stop, I notice that the habits I'm doing in my life affect my state, my inner state. Like I notice I've stopped going to, I stopped getting high or going to these parties and stopped all this dopamine stimulation. And you know what? I'm like, I feel more, it's like an inner peace, a serenity now that I feel. Yeah. Have you ever experienced that? They were like, what are you talking about, man? They don't know what you're talking about. And then they don't want to hang out with you anymore. Now, you want to lose those people. That's good. You want to lose those. Life is going to clean your life up. When you start getting inwardly aligned, life is going to weed out everything that doesn't belong there. That's what you want. You want a good, thorough, organic house cleaning, but you want God to be the cleaner. Don't let your mind and ego be the cleaner. It'll clean something, but I want to keep the, no. You give your whole life up, surrender, let God clean yourself up. And then if you're totally alone, so be it. People are coming. Your broadcasting signal is getting more strong now. You're not all over the place, playing all these different roles, stepping in this universe and then that universe. There's people, I would ask them, they'd want to talk to me and spend time with me, but then they'd go out and do all this stupid nonsense or talk to people who are in that world and hang out with them. And I'm like, help me understand what's going on here, because that world and this world is totally different. So how are you enjoying, seemingly, both worlds? You need to do that introspection and tell me why, because something's off here. I'm not jealous that you go and play in that world, but there's something's not, it's not, there's no continuity, like something's weird. So what was the point of that though? I don't know. Maybe you get it though. So God's going to weed out everybody that doesn't belong there, and then your signal, your broadcasting signal is going to get more strong. That's why I was talking about the other worlds, see? When I give up and surrender and say I don't remember, then it comes. What was I talking about? No. So, because see, if you're going in another world, if you're living in two worlds, your broadcasting frequency is going to be all distorted. So then you may not attract anybody. You can't attract anybody in this world or that world. So you, as your evolution progresses, you're going to be singly focused, and you're going to be directing your energy in a higher level. And then in time, because this planet moves slow, your frequency is going to get established, and then you're going to start drawing those people in your life. They just show up. That's how it works. So if you got to go through a little time being alone, but if you're being authentic, then that alone time's been prescribed by God. I've made a video about that. So I think you already know that. So these videos are just little reminders to affirm what you already know, because God knows that this ship is hard to navigate. So then he plays as books and speakers and videos to help encourage one to keep going, a true sadhaka. So that's what we're doing. These are the roles we're playing. Not one's better than the other. Teacher's not better than the student. Student needs a teacher. Teacher needs a student. Student gives rise to the teacher. Otherwise, there's no teacher. And the teacher allows the student to be a student. So what's better? You know, mind likes to make concepts and think, you know, this is better and this is higher. But that's just give all that up. You just flow. Don't take your role personal. I don't take being a teacher personal. Don't take being a student personal. That's what we're doing. All right, see you.